Here we go, friends. Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Actual Ping with the Ping, and we are ready to rock and roll, friends. We are fucking ready. Thank you, Mr. Beninja, for banging this up in about an hour. Mr. Beninja did this in an hour, and I found this chat box, and Eric will be just there, in here. So Eric will be there. So this will be fucking cool. Massive budgie! A massive budgie! So yeah, well, I'll get you on Discord. So thank you for the hype train, you legends. Let's go. What drinks are you drinking there, Butler? You got Coors. But yeah, how cool is this? It looks pretty nice, right? You like it? What do you think? Give us a scale of 1 to 10. I should be able to this video call you, Eric, and we'll go from there. All right, let me just see how this goes. Let's go, Topher. Let's go. All right, let me just call Eric, and we'll get him in. 1 million? Oh, let's go. David Letterman level? Yeah, this is fucking fantastic, right? So, I went out of my way and got a new green screen today, so this is really exciting. Ring the dog! Alright, where are we, bud? See if I can do this. So if I go... Alright, Eric, I'm gonna call you normally, and you gotta use your camera, and then I'm gonna pop it out, and it should pop up in that frame. Please work. Here we go. Steel, hello! How's your lovely self? Time for loving us! How are we? Who won which one? What won you, mob? Hello? Chiba, how you doing, bud? Callie's here!
Chiba is a friend of mine, oh Western bacon. Chiba is a friend of mine, oh Western cheese.
Did we both call at the same time there, Eric? I think we did. Hang on, let me call you again. Oh wait, join call. Hello? There he is! I can't hear you though. I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all.
I pushed it back on there.
There we go. Why, hello there, my friend.
Hello, it's so good to see you. Hi.
Let's see if this works. How exciting.
This is so cool.
My first official guest on my,
Yay!
It's not working. It was working. I turned the radio down. Alright, let me just, Oh, okay, I got you. So if I go... Ooh. Oh, I see. So I was capturing the wrong window.
Oh, that'll happen, I know, sometimes with Discord video calls.
It says Mod Penguins. How do I... Where are you? I can't capture your window. Oh, here we go. Gotcha. Found you. I think this is it. Gotcha. Is that it? No, that's your Discord messages. Let's, no. Got him! There we go. That should work.
Hello!
There he is, yes!
Hello.
Success, friends, success. Now I'm going to pop you out, and we should be all good to go. Is that working?
Awesome. Oh my gosh.
Yes, we got it. Perfect. There we go, friends. We are ready to go.
Oh, I feel so honored being Actual Pingu the Pang's first guest on this talk show.
Oh, it is fucking... This is such a good idea, right? So,
I love this. This is awesome.
It was such a... Like, it kind of happened randomly, because we were just sitting there talking. I was like, dude, there's a lot of people that we've met over the year, and I was like, let's fucking get to know them a bit more, you know? And also, for any mods, can we constantly shout out Eric during this whole thing, please? And let's do it. Let's do it the whole time. So, my first question to you, Eric, is hello, and how are you? Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about you? And what made you want to start streaming at first, friend?
Sure. So yeah, my name is Eric. I hate being scared, but I love being punished. That's the sort of tagline of the channel. I am in Minnesota, in the U.S., and yeah, I'm primarily a horror streamer. I have tried streaming other things, but horror keeps pulling me back. And I started streaming during the pandemic, as a lot of people did, I'm sure. So my background is I'm a performer. I'm an actor. That is what I've studied. That's my career. And during the pandemic, there was like no opportunities, nothing whatsoever. So I initially started off by reading erotica on Facebook Live.
Oh my god! That is
as
fucking
different
brilliant.
characters.
What was the title of your book? What was it like?
So it wasn't
Sex
mine. I
against
was reading.
the wall.
I was only reading. I was reading Chuck Tingle novels, which, if you haven't heard of Chuck Tingle, he is a sort of erotica writer who does novels with titles like "Not Pounded by Anything While I Practice Responsible Social Distancing."
Thank you so much for the sub, dude. Appreciate it, man.
There's some good ones like "Slammed in the Butt by the Handsome Sentient Manifestation of Election Day." You know,
Oh
like
my goodness.
really stupid, like so dumb. But I started doing that, and you know, I realized as like I
brilliant.
really enjoy. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I realized I really enjoyed just sort of entertaining people. That's just really something I enjoy. So I started Twitch streaming initially with just like my PS4 and a hope and a dream, and and then I realized you're right. It was just like for fun, for shits and giggles, and so I continued to do so, continued to do it, and then eventually, you know,
that's our man right there. If you want to follow him, Jackie's shouting him out. Thank you so much for the host, Megan.
Streaming on a laptop. And then it just continued to grow, and the idea of I Hate Being Scared.
There's a little bit of sound going.
The concept for the stream came actually from my brother. When we were growing up, he would force me to play horror games just for his own entertainment value.
And is that where I Hate Being Scared was born? Because you fucking love it. That's why every time I see you, I'm like, I love being terrified. It's like, yes, he does.
You do. Well, it's funny because I would never play horror games on my own. Like, it's just not my thing because they do terrify me. But it started as like a way for me to try new games, and also hearkening back to the days when I knew that it made him laugh. And I'm a sucker for a laugh. Like, I will do anything for a laugh. I will, you know, throw myself off a bridge if I have to. And so that's how it all started, was just sort of this idea of what if people watched me play games that absolutely terrify the crap out of me.
And yeah, that's so good, man. So I can relate to that because, like, oh, dude, I was going to do a thing with, like, Sean and I, or Mr. Ninja and I, going to do a podcast about the starting and how fucking weird it is. Because, dude, like, when I started, this headset fucking thing I had was echoey, it was scuffed, it was shit. And I was just like, and there was no one watching. We weren't affiliated for a long time. I was like, this is never going to work, dude. Like, why are there going to be people here? And then, like, eventually you just build a really lovely community like we all have. And it's fucking amazing. Eric is amazing. Have you got the chat up too there, Eric? You can respond if you want as well.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Like, feel free to respond at any time. Echo the dolphin, for fuck's sake. Look at all the hugs going. But yeah, like, everyone here, if you guys also want to chime in, please do. About how you guys feel about being a viewer, because I love being a viewer too. Like, I love Eric, don't we all? He's fucking amazing, right?
Arguably.
Make sure you go playing Echo the Dolphin, so fucking wonky, right? So yeah, so is that what inspires you to keep streaming? Is it just like a passion, an addiction? Because I feel the addiction.
I feel like at this point, addiction is kind of for me, it's kind of a loaded term, but like I get it.
I'm so addicted.
It's almost like. It's for me, it's like a sense of purpose that's really quite profound. That there's a sort of, especially during the pandemic.
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah, it's like, especially during the pandemic when it was so hard to connect with other people. It sort of was like almost like an Alice, like, through the looking glass moment that I sort of fell into this like of like, oh nice, Alyssa. But it's sort of like this whole new world of people from all over the world. Like, you know, we're talking.
Jax, how you doing, my friend? Welcome in. Hope you're doing fantastically.
This community has built itself up, and so it's sort of like the inspiration behind the continued stream is sort of that purpose of like, kind of, you know, just wanting to entertain the troops. Like, I'll do anything for a laugh. But also, it's just this incredible community that I feel is kind of rare on Twitch, actually. This community that both you and I have stumbled into. It's like this whole, like unconditional support and love that's just really powerful.
Yeah, so how does everyone in the chat feel about this community? Because I know I've said it several times, like, it feels like a big spider web. Like, we're all individual streamers, and we all have little communities, but when they all come together, like they have, and there's no judgment and animosity, it's fucking wonderful. It's the kind of thing that can make you cry. There you go, it's more than a community, it's a family!
Yeah, a family, absolutely. And, you know, and it's not like that, it's not that whole, like, corporate, like, we're a family bullshit to try to get you to conform to stuff. It's like, the thing that I think is so cool about it is that it's that unconditional support. That there's no sort of like you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of thing. It's
yeah,
like,
I don't like
there's
that
a
kind
lot
of
of
stuff.
people. Right. Well, and it's just so like, it's so artificial and it's so fake, and that's one of the things that I think is really kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's like seeing all of these people in this community like continue to thrive, have fun, enjoy themselves, no matter what roles they find themselves in, whether it's a streamer, a moderator, or even just like a viewer of all the channels. Like there is a place for everybody. And it's just so inspiring, especially when you see, you know, I don't want to call out anybody because that's not my deal, but you know, you see other streamers who, you know, basically are kind of doing it for the paycheck or doing it for
doing it for
their
themselves.
clout. Yeah, doing it for themselves, and you can tell. And that's the thing that I think is so important. That's the thing that inspires me, is that sort of like relishing and enjoying each other's successes.
See, everyone's been telling me like push for this, push for that, but like at the same time, I'm also like I want to help other people get goals. Like I want to. And I thought this would be a great idea to like tell different stories about like your upbringing and like how much you enjoy streaming, and it's like an actual passion and like you like to entertain kind of thing, and like other people do it for like the support cause, and it's just such a good. I just fucking love this idea, dude.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you know the thing is too is like what's great too is that it's not like, you know, I took several months off of streaming last year because I dealt with some really rough, really dark times, really rough stuff. But there was sort of an understanding in the community that was really powerful, that it was like, take the time you need, do what you need to do what you need to do. We'll be here when you get back. Exactly. And that was like, even saying that like makes me tear up, because it was like
pretty deep.
Pretty deep. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people might not understand about Twitch, especially if they're not used to this as a platform for not just, you know, content creation, but for community, is that there's you know, there is like you said, like a spider web, but that spider web is also like a safety net.
Yeah,
and during the pandemic, it helped me so much.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I mean. Like I can relate, because I don't know if you saw my biggest thing in Discord, but when I first started streaming, that's why I'm doing a 1 year on 8th of March. Fucking shameless plug. But yeah. So I did make the account in October, but oh my, life was rough. Life was fucking horrible, and I couldn't focus on it. I was crying every stream. It was shit. And then yeah, we kind of just like, I did the same thing. I was like, look, got rid of all the animosity, and I wasn't gonna take time off, but I was just like, you know what? You know fucking what? Let's backflip this, and instead of being fucking negative, I'm gonna be so positive, and I'm gonna just make people smile, because I feel really rotten right now. And I was like, this is working. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then
it's incredible.
and we just kept on vibing like we have, and it's just been a fucking stellar year for like everyone. I feel like everyone's just kind of really grown and supported. So like, it's so cool. Marshall, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, I just, you know, the thing that I keep coming back to as well too is, you know, it's interesting. You sort of mentioned goals, and sort of like milestones and things.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who said this. So like, if somebody in chat knows who said this, please quote them, because I want to make sure I get it right. But somebody was basically, I've sort of taken this to heart. Somebody was talking about goals as, you know, like, it's interesting to see when people do things like pushing for a partner, pushing for different milestones and stuff like that. For myself, I'm not here for the goals, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, they're exciting, and I want to celebrate them with the community, of course, because it's a community effort. But like, for myself, I'm just here to have fun. Like, I'm just here to enjoy this. I'm here to have fun, here to have a blast. And everything else is gravy. You know, everything else is just so wonderful. Oh my god, Shiba got his formal D-Hide shirt. Okay, I missed one.
Oh, I missed it. I was like, we were working on all this overlay and stuff. I was like, I popped in, said hello, got the lurks up, dropped a couple of subs, and I was like, I need to get this done, because yeah, Sean and I were like fucking trying to get it working. And then yeah, but that's fine. How good is it? How good's that shirt, bud? Do you reckon it looks alright in America? Or what? Does he rock it?
I want to know. I need to get more pink, because I have your other shirt, which is absolutely lovely. The groggiest.
The groggiest. But yeah, what were we talking about? Fucking goals. That's right. Because that's probably the first time I've ever put a goal on like the followers. So people get really fucking antsy about followers, right? But that's just a number in my mind. Like, it's nice, it looks cool, but it is just a number. And what matters to me is like the people in the chat chatting and interacting, and like, it doesn't matter if it's 5, if it's 15, if it's fucking 200. it's always going to be the same vibe. And I think that's really cool.
Absolutely. And it's interesting to see how different channels grow and sort of what tools they use to grow their channels, because I've seen some streamers who got really big on TikTok. And so they have thousands of followers, but their viewer count, is that there's nobody interacting in chat. And so,
this is new, Marshall.
I
this
use
is
social
so
media
new.
not as a way to promote myself, but just as a way to share things that I think are funny.
Yeah.
And clips that the viewers decided to clip of my channel, and so I'm here for just the organic community growth.
Yeah.
And I have some, I'm about as anti-capitalist as you can come, and so this whole gig economy style of basically content creators taking control of their own narrative and doing their own stuff is just so incredible, and I'm here for just that complete, just very natural growth and interconnectedness. It's just wonderful.
I have seen, I saw someone blow up. There's something blew up on TikTok, and the same thing. I was like, that's a lot of followers, but then I was just like, where are they? Why aren't they in there chatting to you? What's going on here?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, see,
I'd rather...
Ugly just said active channels have always been my favourite. I also love people who are actively watching the background, like lurkers, for example. Lurkers are fucking fun, so cool. I love lurkers. You're all amazing.
That's wonderful. Yeah, and the thing is too is I would rather have one new follower who is an active chatter and a member of the community than 100 followers who are just there to drop a follow and run. It's just it's just for me, it's more satisfying when I can make those interpersonal connections, because with my viewers I feel like I know them, and a lot of them I really, really do.
Exactly right. Jackie's got a question for you there, Eric. If anyone wants to highlight questions that you want to ask either of us or to ask everyone, please do. That's a fucking great idea. So there you go, bud.
Yeah, it is.
Was your room already decorated like that before you started, and it happened because of the games you streamed?
Okay, so this is an addition. So I'm sure every streamer, the stream sort of went through phases, started off first just PS4 with a webcam plugged in with nothing, absolutely nothing, no lighting or anything. Then, to a laptop with a second monitor and doing all that stuff. I had I had a corkboard here because I thought I was going to teach English online for a minute, and that never worked out.
Look at that. That's variety.
Yeah, so I had a corkboard with my name on it and random other stuff. And then, I sort of realized as I continued streaming, I was I really want to have a sort of an environment that is kind of at odds with me. The channel's I Hate Being Scared, and as a horror streamer, I wanted to have a background that was just filled with scary shit.
Yeah, well, that's fitting. That's so fitting.
Yeah, and so for me, this is sort of, it's interesting to see how different streamers have their webcam set up in their backgrounds, because, some of them are doing sort of a, tight focus on themselves, but the background is blurred and it looks fantastic. Yeah. For myself, I'm I want to put myself in the middle of this sort of horror universe and see what happens, Oh,
it's fucking great. I'll tell you what, some of your hoppers that I've come across are fucking mint. And on TikTok, it's oh, what were you playing? Oh, Puppy's Playtime. That was the best.
Oh my god.
And you're run away, just fucking screaming. I was this man really loves being scared. I mean, hates being scared. Other way around. My bad. Love the background. Let's go. That's perfect.
Potato. There's a lot of stuff here. What was funny about that clip is that was the first. So I've learned myself when I play games where you could be chased, I have this unnatural ability to find the right path.
I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how I do it either. It's my survival instinct kicks in, and I'm just running. And so when I played Outlast games, or when I played Poppy's Playtime, I just sort of found the right path. And so a lot of those clips, what's funny is that a lot of the clips that come about, that the viewers clip, those are usually the first attempts I do at something. And a lot of times it's because I just have this sort of unnatural instinct to follow a path.
To just go, and I'm going that way. So it made me laugh with your Poppy's Playtime thing, because the door's here, right? The door's there, you got to go through it. I went this way, and then that big motherfucker's flanking after me, and I was like, oh fuck! And I just got eaten. And it was absolutely horrible. Oh, there's another question. So this could be for both of us. So did you go straight into a webcam, or did you play games first and then add the webcam? You go first, one.
Sure. I went with the webcam first.
Cookie, Scarlet,
just because
how
I
on earth are we?
the
Welcome
style
in.
of
Hope you're
content
doing
I wanted to
fantastically.
do was about my reactions to things. I wanted to make sure I was able to capture it. Now,
Yes.
that being said, the webcam I started with was not great. You know, if I look back on some of the old clips, the sound was horrible because I was using a really shitty headset. But I knew I wanted to start with a headcam because I wanted people to see, because I have a rubber face. You know, it's the theater background in me. It's like I react instinctively with big faces. Exactly. So I knew I wanted to start with a webcam.
Oh, there you go. Oh, threw her out a bit sweet. She said one of the first things I noticed about Eric's back through this background, but I may love this huge heart. So, well, actually, when I first dropped into Eric's stream, because I remember someone name dropped you, and I was like, who the hell's this? I was like, I never heard of this person, so I clicked on your name, I followed you, and then you were streaming one day, and I jumped in there, I was like, I remember saying this to Cookie, I had you on the phone, and I was like, this dude is legitimately one of the coolest people. Fucking gifts. It was so cool. I loved her hanging out in there. I do remember this day because we were sitting on the couch together, and I was like, look at this. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna drop a follow too and say hi. I was like, yes, this is so cool. But yeah, there's so many great people, and it's just like the clouds the limit. Get wrecked, get hit a cloud. Oh, I can't go any further. But yeah, keep going higher. Absolutely. But webcams. As far as webcams are concerned, I think where's the one that I was using before? It's the worst, more or less. It just, yeah. So Cookie, what happened with my webcam here, Eric and everyone? So Cookie bet me, if I beat Prince of Persia, she'll get me a new webcam. And I was like, bet. Fuck, I died so many times. It was an absolute nightmare. But yeah, it's so good to see young David Letterman. What the fuck does that mean? Do I look in here? Yes, make sure you go drop a follow on Eric too, friends. If you're not following him. What about everyone else? So, like, I know Argui doesn't use a cam, Jackie uses a cam, El Kukui just started using a cam, KT uses a cam, Wicked No sometimes uses a cam. Like, it just depends on what your preference is, and there's no real. It just depends on how you work it. Yo diggity, you got to turn it up and go like that, you know. Oh, you started without cam, really? Love the sound alerts. Lose cam sometimes.
Well, and I think. Yeah, that's a really important point too that Wicked pointed out too, is that different people with different comfortabilities for
Savion, welcome in, my friend.
You know, their ability to be
no, okay.
I love this so much.
Well, apparently the webcam border's like, fucking watch this. Oh, that's brilliant. That is fucking brilliant. How you doing there, Drake, bud?
Oh my god. You know, I know some streamers who I absolutely love and support who don't use webcams. They might use avatars. They may just not have any presence at all. And I think it sort of depends on the approach that you take with what you do. You know, like if you're a streamer that focuses more on the gameplay aspect of things and a commentary, then like hell yeah. But you know, like for instance, I'm gonna name drop here. Like I know Alyssa doesn't appear on webcam, but her content is gold. It's so
awesome.
funny.
It's really cool, right?
Right, because of the way that she expresses herself vocally when she streams is just so funny. It's just so satisfying. And you could, the way that she plays games too, you can sort of feel her her like maniacal energy, not maniacal, her like
spicy jalapeno
trickster energy. Yeah. You could sort of feel that a little bit. You could hear her blushing. It says Callie, 100%.
So Brown Mask used a cam, Jackie used a cam. Everyone just does their own thing. And then Robbo said, question for us both, who or what is actively inspiring you on your Twitch journey, which is fucking great, because that's actually, I forgot, that was actually the title.
Yeah.
So, I can answer this one, Brown. Robbo, you Scottish legend. So, I started doing this, and I was like, screw it, you know, I love playing games. I think I'm pretty funny sometimes, and so I just started doing it on a whim. But now, it's just like a support thing. Like, I am actively out there just trying to support as many people as possible and to grow together and find like-minded people. So for me, that's a drive. It's not about getting partners. It's not about the fucking push. It's just about growing together. That's the biggest. Oh, you can just feel it. I can feel the excitement about how much that means. Like, just to grow together. It's so good. It is so good. And what about you? Yeah. What about you there, bud? What about you?
What you just said, is so true. It's like when you put that sort of energy out instead of inward, I feel like the return is more satisfying, you know? Like if you're in it for other people's success, it's like you give what you receive and you receive what you give. So like I love that. I love that mentality of sort of like what it means to support everybody around you. For me, my inspiration.
Thank you very much, Savion. I mean, how you doing, Fire Angel? Welcome in.
I mean, it's not like, you know, of course, like members in this community seeing their success, absolutely, like that is what inspires me every day. But it's sort of, you know, on a you know, personal basis too. You know, one of my dearest, I think, Twitch friends and collaborators is, of course, Chiba, and we all love Chiba. We all know Chiba.
Oh, Chiba's a legend. Yeah.
He's a legend, and he continues to inspire me in streaming because of how generous he is with his time, with his energy, with his love, with his community. And
yes.
I think it's so important for me to like, and the reason why I enjoy, like, you know, some streamers I'll be able to tune in for a little bit. I might be busy, you know, I might drop a load, something like that. If Chiba is streaming, I'm there.
Yeah.
And I'm like glued to the stream. And so there's something about him in particular that for me really inspires because of the way he interacts with his community and the way everybody in his community is seen and appreciated, and it's so wonderful.
Each and every person has their own, like, you feel welcomed, and that, I reckon that's a huge 100%. Part. Oh, here we go. Oh, fuck off, Robbo. Don't be saying me, bud. You're showing the time and time again you're the most selfless cunt. And I strive to emulate everything like this. When people come from all around the world to come together to share the love, before I finish on my content was not directed toward this. Oh, dude, that's fucking cool, man. And fun fact about Robbo, he found Lufty and I on the same day without us talking about it. It was so weird. On the exact same day, within an hour of each other, he found me, then he found Lufty, and I was like, fuck off. I was like, I didn't say... There we go, now he's doing that! Oh. You cheeky sausage. You cheeky little sausage. Cheers, bud.
Can we just talk about Lufty for 1 second?
Yeah, go for it.
Lufty is also an inspiration, even though he's a giant butthole, and I love the man, but he's a piece of shit. I have never felt more. Is he here? I don't know if he's here. I don't care. He's so funny, and the way he like his the little things he has in his channel that inspires me as well.
Oh,
like
yeah.
his Lufty butt bot. Like what the fuck is that? It's so funny.
That thing shits me to tears.
It's so funny. There is such a love-hate relationship between Lufty and I, and it's more love than hate. But you know, it's so like we give each other shit all the time.
Yeah, that sounds like our relationship. Just constant
100%, 100%.
So good.
Like I don't know if you know this, Pengu, but Lufty got Madame Clucky pregnant, and she had their child, but he's ducked out. Like there's this whole thing. But in particular, the way his sense of humor and the level of detail he's put into his stream is so inspiring.
Yeah,
and I don't know how he does half the thing he does. Like I'm not a tech person. I suck at Twitch. I say that all the time. And he's just the things he does just inspire me so much.
Yeah, I don't know how half that shit works either. I've got no idea. I just sit here and fucking play a game and say some funny shit, and there we go. Have a bit of a laugh with everyone. That's about it. And he's a psychic. Wait. Lufty is leaving Madame Clucky in the situation. But cheers for all the love, everyone. Fucking hell, you weren't meant to. But yeah, everyone getting inspired like that. Fucking brilliant. It touched my heart right here. And here, the second one that I have right here. In me right titty. It fucking exists, trust me. It's beating right now because you're all flustering. But yeah, so so with Twitch and streaming, what's your favourite part about it? What makes that's more the same, but so what's your favourite part about it?
Like my favorite part about my own stream, or about like just Twitch in general?
Twitch in general. We're gonna do this one here first, because I thought my water bottle. What's the moment that make you realise your stream makes a major positive impact on viewers' lives and mental health? Ooh, that's a really good question. You can answer that one, but I also gonna fill up my water bottle. I'll be back shortly. Oh.
Yeah, no worries. So for me, the moment I realized that my Twitch channel was more than just like a place for people to hang out and chat and, you know, dude around and make dick jokes. The moment I realized is when I would start to get personal messages on Discord from people who would say, thank you so much for that stream today. Watching you scream and cry made me smile. And like that to me was really that was really important, especially for where I was at the time, because I was dealing with a lot of my own things, mental health stuff. And so, you know, being able to see people that what I was doing, my silly shenanigans, being able to see that it had an actual positive impact with people and their own mental health journey was so important, because for myself, you know, I the joy and the community I get from Twitch is so important. So the moment I started to recognize that that was happening in my own channel for other people was really powerful. And it also made me feel like, I don't want to say nervous. It made me feel a little bit anxious. Like I felt like, I was like, okay, I want to be here for people. I want to be here for people to be able to provide them some entertainment and support. And it also sort of deepened the relationship I had with Twitch, that it became more than just a content creation platform. It became a real community where people can lift each other up. So that to me was the moment where it was like, wow, okay, this is ascended in a way, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I missed the first part. I don't know what you but for me, I got a couple of DMs like when I first started. Oh my god, why am I burping? But like someone's like, oh dude, like you've really, oh my god, my neck, please, I'm gonna be bubbling for a while. But yeah, I got a couple of messages like said, dude, you really helped me out today. I was like, how? And then like someone was like, oh, like is this normal? I was like, yeah. I said I can't put this on. That's more exhausting to put on an act. So we just act naturally. And then since then, I've had several people say, oh my god, this has helped me so much. Like, I hope you don't mind me saying Furore, but Furore's actually mentioned, like, helped her out a lot. And, like, a lot of people have said, like, situation be fucking shit, but thank you so much for helping me. And I was like, how? But then that slowly snowballed into a passion. And it also kickflips back to me in March. Twitch helped me mentally, because I was funneling out the bad and giving good out to people when it's just gone full circle. So, yeah, that means a lot. It means a lot. Makes me a little bit teary saying that, but it's fucking brilliant. I love it.
Right. Well, I also feel like Twitch is a unique platform for empaths.
Yeah.
And, you know,
yeah.
sort of like that you know, sort of people who are deeply feeling, deeply sensitive. That a lot of times, you know, I've shared my Twitch with a bunch of people in my own personal life. And, you know, the amount of people I have in my personal life who watch my own Twitch is minimal. Almost nobody.
Yeah, literally.
And I think it's because of the way that Twitch connects with empaths in particular. That there's a sort of like, that when you're watching a streamer who is open, who is, you know, enjoying themselves, having fun, there's a connectivity that is deeply felt, that's almost indescribable. But it's one that, you know, if other people sort of watch Twitch, they're sort of like, oh, okay, this is just some dumb video of somebody playing video games. But the level of empathy that can happen, that's felt by a select few, I think it's really, I'd be interested to sort of,
there's a lot of people here. I reckon they're very
right,
empathetic.
yeah. It'd be interesting to see, like, if there is what correlations there are with, you know, people who are deeply sensitive, who are feeling sort of, you know, outcasts in a way in their own lives, you know.
Oh yeah, dude, thank you for the resub, man. Andrew. Yes, Andrew said helping through a shitty situation. Jack said we're helping. Look, Tofa, Callie, Wicked No-No. Like, Jax just came in randomly, and she was a very, very new streamer. And she stumbled across this community. I was like, you got no idea how lucky you are, love? Like, talking us all up here. I mean, we're all pretty fucking wonderful. So, it's just great. Like, the level of support everyone has. And just, I kind of forgot what we were talking about. My brain just did a 360.
Now, I have a question for you, Pingo, as well, because for myself, it was interesting trying to find the balance between Twitch and my own personal life. And so I want to know for you in particular, because you are a streamer who does stream quite often.
Yeah.
What sort of concessions have you had to make in your own life when it comes to Twitch streaming?
Well, that's a good question, actually. So, with my other job, I was earning a lot of money. I had no time. And I fucking hated that. And I was also got the toxic stuff I was going through. I left that behind to try and make the toxic shit work, which got even more toxic. So, I was in a bit of a situation. It was horrible. And then I found a part-time job which allows me to kind of get by, kind of not, depending if something happens. And that's at the Cat Cafe, doing support work. But that also gave me the time to stream a lot more. But then as I was streaming a lot more, I was just like, I'm going to burn out soon. This is a lot. And I was streaming every day, but I was just loving it so much. Now I've dialed it back to 4 days a week. We do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if there's a special stream, we'll do a Sunday. But yeah, so it's a part-time job that gave me the opportunity to do as much as I do. So if I was doing it full-time, there'd be no
Yeah. I mean,
no
what's
way.
interesting is that situation echoes a lot of my own experience. So this past summer, I had a full-time job that was paying really well. I basically had to like take a leave from Twitch for a while because I was like, okay, I need to do this job and I need to find some balance here. I need to figure out when I can stream. And I could barely stream. So I ended up having to leave that job, not necessarily because of, you know, Twitch, but more so because I was working 60 plus hours.
Queen, how are you, lovely legend? Welcome in.
I'm thankful that, you know, where I'm at, I was able to find 2 part-time jobs, one very stable schedule, and the other I can sort of wrap around my other things. And so it's interesting. And for me, 4 days a week is like, that is like the sweet spot.
Yeah. So what, 4 days a week, you say? Yeah.
Yeah, 4 days. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because less is more, because I found if I streamed every day, which is a bit like, you do notice, like people are like, like, it's all good, he's on every day. But if you're on a set amount of time, a lot of people will come by and say hi, and I've noticed that. And 100%. It's fucking lovely. It's really nice. Yeah. And Wicked Dono's anniversary's coming up! We've nearly done a year, let's go! Oh, there we go. So Ferrari said, I came into Pingu Screen when I was lonely, isolated, and worried about the health of my father going to surgery. Let me drag me out of my own overthinking head. Ha! Get wrecked. Drag out of your own brain. That's what we do here. And you're out having out-of-body experience like, well, fuck, what is happening? Yeah,
and, you know, that's, I mean, that's, I think, like, sort of tying back to a lot of my, like, own history in theater. So some people know, some people don't know. I have my master's degree in performance. You know, I studied for a long time, and you know, I'm still a performer.
Could have guessed that.
In my own time. Yeah. But you know, the thing is the escape. That's the thing that sort of like being able to provide people an escape for even just an hour. It's just so gratifying. Even myself, because it's an escape for myself too. Yeah, me a performer.
Nah, of course not. I was like, nah.
What's funny about this is, so Lufty, once again talking about Lufty gave me a little bit of shit about my character Madam Clucky, because he thought the whole thing was rigged. He thought the whole thing was a scam.
Yeah.
He thought it was, you know, all that stuff. I mean, it's Lufty being Lufty, and I say that with love.
Being a butthole.
Being a butthole. Butthole's my favorite word.
Oh, that fucking makes me laugh.
But you know, I think I had somebody comment on a TikTok once that was just like, they were just like, "This is fake. This is bullshit." I'm like, you don't know me.
You're bullshit.
Sure, I'm an actor in real life, and you know, a lot of people say, you know, it's like, oh, actors are good at lying. It's like, no. A lot of times, the theater training is not about how to tell lies. It's how to just be more
projecting emotions, isn't it?
Right, exactly. It's just being more open and stuff. And so, like, you know, it's interesting to see when I post things of me having a fit, you know, an almost panic attack on stream. Comments of people saying it's staged. I'm like, I could not act that well. Like, I studied a long time. I could not reproduce that if I tried.
Well, there you go. New job has left things a bit hectic, and that Topher said she's very happy to be a housewife all the time in the world. See, time. This is what I've realized. So, like, I don't know if you wouldn't know this, but yeah, I'm a bit of a broke man, but I do love splashing support when I can. But yeah, I don't have a savings account anymore because of this new job. But I am so fucking happy doing what I'm doing, and nothing can take that away. Like, money is just, it's an object, and a few people need to hear that. Like, it's just. Yes. I used to have a lot of money and I was not happy, and doing this and having minimal money, I am so fucking happy. It's the best. Yeah. Time is everything. Yes. You've got a master's? 100%. Cool, smarty pants. Yeah, damn right. Damn right, cool, like, smarty pants.
It wasn't okay. It was not a master's. It was a master of fine arts. So like, not, you know, it's not super smart. Like I went to clown school. That's what I say. But you know,
clown school.
I mean, I'm serious. I legit studied clown, and I say that I think on my about section that, you know, people are like, "Are you scared of clowns?" I'm like, no. That's like one of the few things I'm not scared of.
Oh, good night, KT. Tell me before you go, KT. What's something that inspires you about Twitch, my friend? What inspires you about being a streamer? Because Jackie and KT we're going to talk to in like a month, because so many people are interested. It's so cool. Only working a month. What's CS? It's still a master's. Yeah, see, still a master's.
So a master in fine arts. There are some programs out there that will basically have a joint BFA and MFA program. I had my bachelor's degree in theater and classical archaeology, and then I went on later to pursue a master's degree, which is the 3-year program. So I do have both a bachelor's and a master's degree.
Oh, gee whiz. That is that's fucking the community. That's really sweet. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
classical archaeology, man.
I finished level 10. Fuck me, I'm such a nerd. I finished year 10. Fuck's sake. Got level 10, bruh, and then left. And then in year 11 I was just like, I just lost interest. Had all the top tier classes. Was a bit of a smarty hole, and then I was just like, I don't like this anymore. So I stopped. And then became a fucking bricklayer of all things. I was like, yeah, let's go build some houses. So yeah, I'm a bricklayer by trade, if no one knew that. There you go. Bit of a cheeky insight. So we did a bit of building and stuff like that. So yeah, construction's been pretty much in my blood for the longest of times. So this is really different, a different avenue. And
that's so cool.
No masters here. We can just bang up a house in a week and happy days.
Well, then you have to ask yourself too, that what is more practical? Having experience building things, or spending, hours in a theater talking about why things are funny,
One or both. Build a house and then talk about how funny it is.
Build a clown house,
People in trade don't respect they deserve. Well, everyone's 100% masters.
Yes, no, I agree with Ray. I agree. It's the reason I pursued my master's degree was because I inevitably I wanted to teach down the line. I wanted to teach at a collegiate level. But I mean, the pandemic happened 2 years after I got my master's degree, so things had to be rearranged.
Stupid COVID just destroyed everything. Master's degrees and bachelor's degrees. Yeah, stupid COVID. See, I was all panicky because I was feeling a little bit woozy last week. I was like, oh dear, it's happened. And then we did a test, and I was like, negative. It's that thing called the common flu, which isn't fucking common anymore. It's just vanished somehow. Everyone believes.
It's so funny. It's so funny how when mask wearing started becoming commonplace, how I didn't get sick for a year and a half, and normally I'd get sick maybe twice a year. It's just so funny. But Pingo, when you mentioned sort of money versus happiness, it's just so a little bit more about me. I come from a family.
There you go, Eric. If you want to talk to anus face.
There it is. Look at this butthole.
Sorry, Eric was just calling you a butthole there, Lofty. So cheers for the lurk, dude. Harry fruit ball.
Jesus Christ. See, I told you, Lefty gives me shit all the time.
All the time. All the time. Yeah, he's a little that little dome on his lips. It's all good. I get it.
So I come from a family of bankers, and so the first thing my family asked me when I said I was going to start Twitch streaming was, "Can you make money doing it?"
Oh, God.
And that's been grained into my brain, and it took a lot of years of deconditioning to sort of get this idea of money centricity out of my head.
Legend, how are we, bud?
Now I'm same. I have a couple part-time jobs that pay the bills, and I'm able to devote my time doing what I love.
Yeah.
It's just. I would not trade the situation for anything else. And I know friends who are in full-time jobs who they hate it, and it's just they've sure they are able to have a nice house, have nice furniture, but they can't enjoy it because they're at work or they're busy being miserable. It's just
yeah, it's freaking horrible. That's what I mean. So with the job that I had, I was doing 10 days on, 4 days off, which I thought was a good rofter, but that's shit. So when I get back, the fucking first day I'm knackered. The second day I'm knackered, exhausted, not fucking getting me nuts lobbed off. So we're straight up. Then the next day we're doing a lot of things. Then you got 2 days. I was like, this isn't worth it. And then sometimes there was one time we did what was it? A train derailed, and we were doing fuck me. I did a 24-hour shift, had 8 hours off, then did 22-hour shift, and then had 6 hours off, and then finished. I was the main operator. I was like, this isn't right. This is fucking horrible.
Oh my gosh.
So that's when I kind of was like, you know what? Got paid good money for it, but at the same time, it was at what cost? I was absolutely rooted.
Yeah. At the cost of your health, your physical, mental health, the cost of your relationships. I don't think people have been. We as humans aren't designed to do this, in my opinion. We're designed to, hunter-gatherers. We're designed to maybe work for a few hours a day and then create art and enjoy each other and be communal. I have a friend who is in San Francisco who just opened up a
J-Dubs, how you doing, my friend? Welcome in.
Families. It's a 3-story giant house.
Yeah.
And they're basically having multiple families all live in together and sort of support the thing together, and it just sounds so incredible. And yes, Wicked, we're designed to work with our passions. We're designed to sort of like, you know, there's this really great quote, I can't remember, where it's like, you know, especially when it comes to mental health too, because that's
I'm also poor and happy. Let's go.
Yes, poor and happy.
Poor and happy's
unite. I love it. I love it.
The P and H's. Let's go.
But you know, the whole there's this thing about sort of like, you know, especially with mental health and this sort of like money first system, you know, it's sort of like it doesn't allow for individuality.
Nah.
This whole thing. It's like that's why I think Twitch is just so wonderful, because everybody, you know, people who are able to stream are able to find their own niche. They're able to find their own communities, and not just their own isolated communities, but intersected communities.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like everyone
so
seems to think they got to take a certain direction and play certain games. I was like,
right.
And people do it, and they're successful, which is fucking great. But like,
love you, Fox.
Catch you later, Fox, you absolute legend. How are you, Havercast? You damn legend. If you're not following that man too, make sure you drop Havercast to follow. Fucking shameless plug. Fucking get wrecked. No, but what was I saying?
It's not a shameless plug if it's on your own damn channel, Pingu.
Yeah, damn right. Fucking get wrecked. Have a look at that. What shameless plug? You don't know. What was I saying? I've already forgotten what I was saying, dude. I just ruined myself.
That's so funny as hell. We were talking
what was I talking about? What?
Communities and...
Oh, no. Yeah, people doing different things, and there should be a certain thing to play, like play all the popular games and stuff like that. But like, I actually found that doesn't work for me. So my niche is just doing what, like, being variety on a whole other scale, which makes people go, what is happening? Like, what? They're baking now? And then they come in like, now you're playing fucking Zelda. And they come in again and it's like, is that PUBG? Like, what is this? Like, Thrower actually said to me, she goes, I actually get excited because I don't know what the fuck game you're going to play.
Right, so, keep them on the edge of their seat.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was just like, yeah, this is fantastic. I fucking really enjoy it. And that's me to a T. Like, I can't just follow. I think I've got like 80 games on the go at the moment right now, so. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But I fucking love it.
And that's funny because, like, for myself, I've debated branching out into more variety streaming and playing different games, because what's interesting is myself as a gamer, when I'm not streaming, my preferred games are like simulation games, strategy games. I like, you know, my favorite game growing up was Age of Empires. Like, I love that shit. And
dude, stream it.
Yeah, well, what's funny is, like, you know, I considered it for a while, but then there was a part of my brain too that was like, you know, part of me wants to keep those games to myself, you know? Like, maybe
I get you.
But, you know, like, it's interesting, you know, thinking about that, because the reason I play horror games, another reason, is because there's such a treasure trove of good horror games out there that I would never have experienced. And I actually have grown to really enjoy horror as a genre, not just in video games, but in TV and film, because of this. And so, like, for myself, you know, I think I'm gonna stick to horror streaming just because of how fun I think it is and how fun it is for me.
It does give a good interaction too. Like, when people watch you react and get scared, they fucking love it. And then they get scared too. They're like, oh my god. It just doubles back.
That's my favorite moment is when someone like Alyssa will drop in with like a Taco Bell jump scare and everybody gets scared. It's like, oh, we're all in this together. It's magical.
Yeah, and everyone just dies. Fucking, is that Chiba? Chiba just comes in 100%, and then where's he gone now? Where is he? Just fucking screams a number, and then Alyssa comes in and always does a bang, or she does look at this dude.
Yep.
And then someone else always trolls me like, look at this dude. I'm like, is that you, Alyssa? Look over. I'm like, who's this? Now we're getting raided by freaks. Let's go, dude. Freakinator, welcome in, dude. Where's me air horn? Can you hear this, bud?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We got a bop. Let's go. Welcome in, Freakinator. How you doing, brother? Thank you for the raid, man. How was your stream? How was Sea of Thieves? Woo! You're such a good dancer, I know, right? Look at them moves. I mean, and then we can go like this. Do another one. Let's go. Look at this bop around. Fuck yeah. If you're not following Freakinator, make sure you do. Let's fucking go. Oh shit, I was meant to stop it. That stupid horn. Sake. The horn's meant to stop, but it just kept on going. But that's alright. We could have extra hype. It's all good.
Oh, there's a question from Shadow Penguin. Have either of you ever just played a story game through on stream, and does the audience get bored? Ooh,
Now, that's a fucking good one. So what I'm going to do, there's a game no one's heard of, no one streams it, and to be fair, it is pretty boring. So I was going to challenge myself. I fucking love the game. Iden Chronicles the First Mage. Has anyone heard of that game? It's an N64 game that I played through a lot. It's very deep. It's like a big, like someone trying to find themselves. And like it's a medieval turn-based game. It's it's good. It is so good. And you get like different party members, but they've got like you got a ranger ability. So if you like gather stuff, you can grab more stuff, or you can camp better. And then like to get health, and then like you got magicians, you got fucking thieves, you got warriors. Yeah. So yeah, I'll type it in the chat because it's fucking.
That sounds cool.
But yeah, it's really blocky and really janky. So I was gonna play it and see if people would hang around and watch, or if they'd just be like, "What the fuck is this? I'm going." But I feel like we built the community up that's some kind of like there for the people, not the game. So it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, I like that. So when I first started streaming, I initially started streaming solo horror games. So the first game I ever streamed was Alien Isolation.
Oh god.
I know. It was I mean, it's really funny. And a lot of the like so recently a lot of people were playing Visage or Visage, however people say that. I had played that game when it was still in early access. So I played the demo, and then when it came out I played it later.
Fuck! See what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit! We're all having a deep discussion here, and then OzJB's just like, I'ma bang you till you jump, boy. And damn right I did. Fucking hell, I nearly ended up in your lap, bud. Went around the world.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Well, what was so funny is that like, so I played a lot of solo horror games. I recently played both the Outlast games. What was interesting is that just looking at the metrics of it, my viewership was highest during those games.
Yeah.
But the interaction in chat would sort of come in waves. And I was okay with that because, you know, the thing is, too, is I think a lot of times people want to watch different types of streams. Some people want to watch multiplayer game streams. They want to watch people, you know, fuck around together. But a lot of times, you know, there's a sort of comfort in watching a playthrough of a game that you've played already or that you understand.
Yeah, there is. There actually really is.
And so, you know, when I was playing Outlast, it also, I've noticed different times of day affect viewers. So I don't even try to predict that shit. I'm like, when I go live is when I go live, and I play when I play.
That's what I mean. I was about to do that. I was juggling the idea. I was like, fuck it. I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Like, it gives me time to hang out with all of you guys while you're streaming, and then like, if you guys are still streaming while I go live, like, that's fair enough. But yeah, it just kind of works out like that, and it's really cool. So we get to hang out with you guys, and you guys come and hang out with me at the end. It's really, I fucking love it. It is the best.
It's so wonderful. It's so good. Yeah, and so I've actually been considering, I've never revisited a game on stream that I've played already.
Well, hang on, just quickly. OzJB, what is something that inspires you to keep streaming and keep doing what you're doing? So Oz is really close to partner, and he's a horror streamer too. So if we get a shout out for OzJB and go follow.
You get a follow for me, OzJB.
There we go. He's an absolute legend. No, he's really cool. He randomly rated me when I'm cooking or playing Man of Medan. Not Man of Medan. I always say this. House of Ashes. And yeah, him and his co-streamer friend, they fucking dropped a bomb on me. I was like, oh my fucking god. Like Cookie and I, it was one of those days that Cookie and I were just playing a game, vibing with a couple of people. It was a very quiet day, and we're having a lot of fun. Then OzJB's like, hold my beer, have fucking bleh. And I was like, what do I do? And then we just kept playing and like just vibing out. It was phenomenal. So that's how I met him. But then he cheekily told me, he's like, I followed you a week ago. I've been here for a while. And then he like redeemed squats. I was like, what? Like, goddamn.
Oh my gosh.
Jackie has said, what's the favorite game you've streamed?
Oh.
Fuck.
My favorite game I ever streamed, I think, was Visage.
Fuck, I was actually have to say similar. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Because Cookie and I played that through.
It's so interesting because like I recently watched the Swift dude play Visage, and it like did not impact him at all, and it was like,
I can't believe that.
I know.
I don't know how people do that. It upsets me face.
It was so funny. But like that game, playing through that game, if any of you haven't played Visage or if you haven't watched people play Visage, please do.
Play it.
I consider it one of the best horror games made. Not only for its scary content, but also for its incredible depth.
Wicked,
like,
no, thank you!
Oh my gosh. Man, there was this moment, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's this one incredible moment that had me in tears because it was just so poetic. And I think that's really where especially Visage, unlike other horror games, which are sort of more focused on like, run here, do this thing, jump scare. Visage was like diving into this really deep and really complex visual metaphors for mental health.
Fucking amazing, right? Like the one that got me is the one that never gets anyone. Everyone's like, oh, this and that. So for me, Racken was the one that really fucking got me. I was like, oh my god, this dude, he fucking terrified me. And then you gotta like do the things when he's chasing you, and I was like, this is fucking horrifying.
Yep.
It is horrifying. Like everyone says Lucy, and like to be fair, they're all fantastic. Dolores made cookie shit herself, I know that much. Yeah, it's so good. Like that's the only thing I'm gonna do. I'll name drop, but I won't say like the different stories. But they're fucking phenomenal. They're fucking phenomenal.
Devotion,
you done for Visage? Come on, man. You're not that. Oz, you're too smart for Visage, bro. And
Visage it's beautiful. The one thing I will say, looking back on it, is I had played through the game before any other streamers I knew had played it.
So, at least streamers I'd made connections
with. I can't confirm. The one thing is I didn't have anybody helping me. That's something, especially for Dolores' chapter, you kind of need some help. That and the end. So it took me a lot longer to play through that game, and so I think that might have also contributed to why I loved that game so much in a weird way, because I felt like I really, Chiba streamed it, and Chiba was like, I love Chiba, but he was sometimes just like blindfolded running down a dark hallway, and so like helping him out as best I could, but I also noticed that there were some things that were missed because of the level of detail in that game, and so yeah, Visage is great, hands down. Yeah, but that's how Chiba plays.
I'm trying to think of fucking favorite game. Like I could say Visage, but fuck. Actually, no. I know my favorite one. So when I first started streaming, I did a 10-hour stream of Banjo-Kazooie 100% playthrough. That was probably my favorite thing. Didn't have any followers, not many people in the chat, but that's where I remember it. I got my first subscriber from an outside source that didn't know me before that stream, and I thought that was fucking brilliant, and I'll always remember it. So yeah, Banjo-Kazooie 100% was so fucking cool, and I want to do it again.
Yeah.
Chiba pays quarter attention to game. Biggest pet peeve while streaming: bad chatters, people not chatting, internet outages, itchy shirt tag. I'd have to say when Streamlabs starts having a fucking fit and things, I go into a little state of rage. I try and do these ones like zen out, but in my brain I'm like, I'ma break something. I get so angry, especially if I'm having a fucking banging stream and everyone's vibing and it crashes. That shits me so hard. Like, I remember one stream I had. I think it was a charity stream. No, it wasn't a charity stream. When was it? Yeah, it was the Cat Cafe charity stream. We had about 300 people and everyone was going off, and I was like, this is unreal, and it crashed. And I was like, no. No way. I was fucking shattered. I was like, for fuck's sake, man, why now?
It's just I made the switch to OBS, and I'm happy I did, because when I was using Streamlabs, it would I think Callie remembers several times where I would be like a mid-sentence and then the stream would crash. So I'm happy I'm not dealing with that anymore, so like knock on wood. But when it comes to like in-stream pet peeves, there's not a lot you can do that will really like shake me.
Nah.
The one thing that I think can sometimes be a little bit
we'll get to that soon for a while. See it. That's great. That's a great one.
It'll sort of sometimes it'll raise my hackles. Is for me it's important. Like maybe this is my Type A personality, but like know what you're saying and where you're saying it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'm all for having a supportive stream, things like that. But sometimes viewers might come in and they might start to word dump, or they might start to like you know, basically taking a lot of time and attention.
Yeah.
And I think it's, you know, it's clearly, you know, if somebody needs some help or they need somebody to talk to, that's totally fine. Then, you know, like that's what the Discord is for. So for me, it's like, it's important for me. Sometimes it's like, okay, you know, it's also too like people who just don't respect, you know, like for instance, you know, my stream is 18 plus for a reason. Yeah. It's set to mature settings, and you know, I'll have people come in sometimes who, after a while, very clearly are not over 18. And for me, it's a little bit, it's like I'm not doing this to like gatekeep. I'm doing this because I don't think you're gonna appreciate this.
Yeah, we all talk a lot of smack. Like, I get it.
right, and it's also like mature themes, not necessarily like explicit themes, but mature themes. You know.
Catch you later, freak bro. Have a good one, man.
Lefty. Lefty is always on my case about my fucking Discord.
Okay. Lefty's just a shit talking little McNugget. I'm having a beer with that little shit stain, and we're having a beer together in April, which is gonna be so cool, man. Understand the conversation about Eric's butthole.
Stop.
Oh, look at this!
Conversation about... This is Clufty. This is Madam Clucky and.
Oh
Lefty's
my god,
baby.
Clufty!
This is Clufty.
Dude, you gotta change your name to Clufty TV.
I don't know if Lefty's actually seen Clufty, but this is Clufty, and Lefty has abandoned him.
What? I bet.
He is.
Here. This is. Do you want to see Clufty? Do you want to see Clufty as a teenager, Eric? Ready? Watch.
Oh
this is
God.
Clufty as a teenager.
Yeah.
Let me in, I'm trying to fuck.
There she. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, make sure you follow that man. He is fucking brilliant.
Oh, Clufty is Clufting useless. My seed isn't that ugly. Oh my god, Lefty.
Alright, so El Cuckoo, you had a really good question. Where is it?
Oh yeah.
How do you and Eric handle it if someone's words take the wind out of your sails when streaming? I'm too much of a dickhead. I don't think I get affected by words that bad. Like, I don't think I've ever had it happen to the extent where I'm like, what? Like, yeah. Well, if someone says something really nice, I'll get a bit like, huh? And then I'm like, oh, that's so fucking sweet. But that's probably the extent I'll get, like, huh? And yeah, I'll just make a fucking weird noise. but yeah, I don't think I've ever had a situation where someone said something to me and I'm like, fucking what? But usually I'll just be like, fuck off, dickhead. Like, this isn't your place.
Right. It's interesting being a gay streamer, especially this past year, having to deal with a lot of sort of homophobic trans.
Oh my goodness.
Going around. Oh, we got a raid coming in.
We got fucking shots coming in. Do you want me to mute or do you mind listening to me fucking carry on?
Oh, go for it.
Let's go! Local mooses, bro! Local mooses, let's go! Alright, we got Eric dancing in the background. Let's go, friends. Hell yeah! We got ourselves a raid from Shods. Shod raids, let's go. Local moose, let's go. Welcome in, let's go. How you doing, friends? Welcome to the igloo. Let me introduce you to IHateBeingScared. I'm Untitled Chapter. Do a little talk about Twitch and everything. Hang around, say a thing, ask some questions. I shall say ask a question, I'm sorry. We're fucked up, let's go, Shods. Welcome in. Follow this man. I got all confused by the palm of my hand. Let's go, welcome in. Hope you had a good stream. Hell yeah, Eric, currently dancing in the corner. Hell yeah.
Your perpetual background dancing.
Oh yeah, no, we just do that. Welcome in everyone, I'm Axel Ping to the Pen. We're currently doing a talk show about Twitch and how much it impacts your lives. So thank you very much for right there, Shots. If you guys do me a huge favour and click on that link, that'd be absolutely incredible. And we're trying to interact best we can, but we're getting quite deep and quite intense with talks. But thank you for the hand of God. And anyone, if you have any questions that you want to ask, but feel free and highlight them. But also, on screen, how you doing, you beautiful legend? If you want to ask a question, just highlight it and interact best you will. But everyone in the chat, how does being a viewer inspire you? What inspires you to watch Twitch? And being a streamer, what inspires you to stream what you do? Thank you very much for being here, friends, and welcome in!
Oh yeah. Alright, thank you guys for the raid. Scott did the international Modsy raid. What the?
Oh, I love that.
That is brilliant. Thank you guys so much. This is IHateBeingScared. He's getting shouted out constantly. That's Eric. So he's from, whereabouts are you from in America?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. So we're
From the
talking
cold north.
the cold north. So we're talking to two streamers a week. Every Thursday we're going to be doing this. So it's fucking fantastic. And good to see you again, Micro Ninja. I just realised, like, been a hot minute. Part of a love triangle, but I like this girl. She likes no one, and no one likes me. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Midwestern brother. I grew up in Wisconsin too. Wait, Oz what? Oz grew up in Wisconsin too. Hi, Scotty. What was I talking about again?
I don't know. Midwestern brother? Fuck yeah, dude. Scodsy tries me to stream. Yeah, Scods is
Madison.
really cool. If you are not,
I'm from Waukesha originally.
If you're not following Scods, please, Shods. Am I saying that right? Shods. Please make sure you do. Dude is amazing. You're talking about being a gay streamer. So Eric, we're just talking about as streamers, what can kind of like derail your train of thought and stuff like that. And Eric was talking about being a gay streamer. So yeah, continue, my friend.
So, there's sort of an interesting dynamic being like a queer streamer here too, because for myself too, you know, I had somebody drop into the Discord and do some horrible stuff. I had one person, pretty sure it was one person, who just kept making new account names, things like suck a big fat dick, but like variations and like all this stuff, and just kept following me with new accounts one stream.
Jesus Christ.
And the thing is like, nothing people can say to me in chat is things that I A, haven't heard already, or B, you know, hasn't affected me. So like, the thing is like, you could say some absolutely garbage filth to me in chat, and I guarantee you I've heard 10 times worse. So it's like, there's a sort of attitude that I have where it's like, you know, it's like, okay, do your fucking worst. Like, if a bot comes in, it's like, no, don't ban them. I'm gonna read them, you know.
Yeah.
and you know, what's great about the past is that the past is in the past, and I've grown so much from it, and I've learned so much from it. Very little phases me, and so you know, the thing is if people try to come and take the wind out of my sails, hey, they're here, you know, they're giving me the views. I'm not mad about it. It's like, clearly you care about me so much that you decided to come in and say something.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite,
crap, but
my favorite quote is by Oscar Wilde, and it says, "The only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about." So if I get raids, if I get hate comments, if I get stuff, it means I'm doing something right, and I take it as a compliment. Because obviously I'm living my you know, gay life.
Spam the love for Eric because he's fucking incredible. Let's go. Spam that love, everyone. Spam it up. Hit fucking go because he's incredible, and no one should have to go through that regardless. Like, I do actually. You hit home for something. When you said you've been through a lot and nothing affects you, that I feel like everyone asks me, like, because I'll be real, I've been through I got married, and after I got married, I spent everything on that wedding, I spent everything on a car, I spent everything on this fucking house. I had a lot going, and a couple months later she cheated on me and fled the state with one of my good friends, and I was left with nothing. And like, to have that happen was shit, but at the same time it's built me to be such a staunch person, if you will. Like, my personality, my resilience is fucking incredible now, and it's because of situations like that, which is like fucking horrible. But at the same time, you built, like, woo!
You built a brick house inside yourself.
Yeah,
and that's, you know, that's
like,
the
fuck
thing.
it, man.
You know, well, and Oz is a great comment too. It's crazy how people react to it, and people find out I'm gay, they act all shocked and surprised. Stereotypes, yeah, it's so funny. Like, I recognize in myself are a multitudes of expressions.
Yeah.
That, you know, some days I am more flamboyant than other days.
Acid, how you doing, man? Thanks for being here, friend. Appreciate you.
The great thing about that is that, like, my goal is to just be as truthful and as genuine and as myself as I possibly can at all times. And if people, anytime people make a comment,
please, Queen, repost the question. I think we missed it.
Oh, yes. So it's something about nothing wrong with being a fruity dude. That's right. Also, Lefty said that he's probably going to see my peen in October. It's probably going to happen. But, you know, the thing is when it comes to hate comments, they're not actually targeting me.
Yeah.
They're targeting an idea of what they think I am, or they're targeting some preconceived notion about what being gay is or queer is. And so I can't, you know, like, sure, they can annoy me, sure, it can sort of ruffle my feathers a bit, but that's on them.
Yeah.
You know, they're dealing with their own internal bullshit. I'm not a part of that. You know, I could just laugh at their mediocrity and just keep playing.
People can just project as much as they can, but it just goes
100%.
Sorry, nah, I don't care. What's wrong with you, bro? And yeah,
right.
It's
Yeah,
fucking, it's
exactly.
brilliant. So nah, good on you, man. I'm glad you treat it like that and just like take it like whatever. But thank you so much, Shod, Acid, and Queen says, how do you find the balance between gaming and interacting with the viewer? For me, I've been told time and time again, I think Lufty's the same. There's a lot of people, like, we have a really good knack to, like, I can watch, chat, and read and play at the same time, regardless of what game it is. So I feel blessed to be able to do that. But if it's a critical moment, I'll usually die and I'll interact with people. That's just, I love interacting with everyone in the chat, so I'll usually just die. Like, we're playing fucking Bloodborne, and I was like, oh, we got raided! I'm fucking dead! And I had like 2 hits left. I was like, whoops. And moderators do help too. Like, if I miss something, they usually say, yo, what's happening?
Yeah, and I think Lefty said, or the viewers are more important than the game. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I also recognized, as a Twitch streamer, you are not only sort of a face and a person to interact with, you're also like a lens through which your viewers experience the game.
Yeah, exactly right.
And so you know, like, if I'm playing like co-op games or multiplayer games, you know, I'm all for just playing the game. I'm more interacting with chat than anything else. But if I'm playing a solo game, you know, it's you know, if there's a really important, poignant moment, I'm going to take the time in the game to experience that moment.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'll go back to chat afterwards because I want to make sure I'm saying hi and interacting with people so much. But you know, for instance, when I was playing, you know, we were just talking about Visage, some really powerful moments in that game.
Oh, yeah.
I took the time and I sort of made an intentional choice where I was like, okay, this is a really important moment for the story, and
yeah.
I'm experiencing the story, the viewers are experiencing the story, and I want to bring them along with me. So yeah, it's sort of a balance, and I think that's, you know, as a Twitch streamer, you're not just playing a game. You are basically the host, the MC. You're the one who's sort of creating the content. Yeah. And you can shift the focus anywhere you want.
Hey, Wicked Nono says she's lurking, but she'll be back. She'll be back in 3 minutes. You what? She's like lurk, but she lurks like this. Hang on, fucking. And she'll be back. Nah, she goes, oh my god. But yeah, that's a good balance, man.
I love you, dear.
I do agree with that. And how you doing, Late Panzer? Welcome in, my friend. So with the balancing, I sometimes, I don't think I've ever got too encapsulated in a game where I don't respond. I'm just too tall. I'm always looking, and I'm always chatting. But like sometimes, if there is a deep moment, I'm like, I'm not going to say anything because this is fucking important. And then if people do come in and say something, I'll pause it and I'll like respond to something like that, and I'll just pause, which is pause keys are so fucking powerful. You can pause a game, be like, yo, bruh, so good. Here we go. Lofty says, who finds it interesting that people sometimes don't consider the way the streamer is? For example, you'll think with perfect life, no stress, having a bad day. I always find it's more interesting, overlooked. Oh yeah, it's fucking insane. Like a lot of people just kind of think there's nothing going on, but oh my god.
And that's like how you approach streaming too, I think, because you know it depends on what you want to do. So for you know, I Hate Being Scared for the channel, I'm fairly open with my own mental state, you know. And I encourage the viewers to do the same, you know, and you know, of course, in a safe way. You don't want to dive too much into things or divulge too much. But you know, I've seen, you know, there's if you approach streaming with an attitude of you are open and honest about your state, and your viewers know the state that you're in. Yeah. In my experience, a lot of times they'll follow you, or they'll be with you in that.
Oh man, like. I had a rough thing when I was going through that stuff before. I believe, like, shameless plug before this big stream, but like, yeah, before this I was in tears and I didn't end stream because I was just like, yo, everyone's kind of hanging out with me and taking me out of that depression, but like at the same time I fucking broke down because I couldn't fucking hold it in. So I was just like, oh screw it, we're just gonna break down right here, right now. And the support was overwhelming. I was like, wow, man, like what? This is fucking incredible. This is fucking incredible.
Argley's comment is interesting. I feel like viewers are looking for a release and don't want to hear about my problems. You know, I think...
Well, sometimes they do.
Right. Well, the thing is, too, is I think it's... that release can happen with a sense of commonality. And so I'm very open about my panic disorder and about my anxiety on stream, because I recognize that many of my viewers are also have their own mental health journeys.
Yeah.
And so, sometimes when I discuss those things, it's not necessarily me unloading, it's me sort of saying, here's my state. And if somebody is watching me as a streamer who usually comes across as fairly open, I mean, I'm an extrovert, I'm very open about the way I'm feeling. If I'm presenting myself as the way I am, it gives them the permission to both feel what they're feeling, recognize that they are not alone in that feeling, and then together we can take the journny into an escape.
Yeah, like
That's sort of the way I view it.
If it's a really, really deep topic, then I'm just like, yo, this is for like, you probably shouldn't be saying this in a stream with a bunch of people. Like, that's cool and all, but I'm always open to DMs as well with the Discord and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's just like, if someone does say, oh, dude, I'm going through some shit, it's like, yeah, fucking, let's go. And
yeah,
I had someone going through losing a family member, and I was like, look, I know that's really sad. I'm really sorry for your loss. I really hope hanging out here makes you feel a little bit better than you're feeling right now. We can like make you smile a little bit. And that's the kind of thing that we try and do, and I reckon that's an important thing. Just to try and make someone smile a little bit.
Right. And I know for me, there were a few times where I streamed where I was dealing with, panic disorder stuff and anxiety stuff. And usually the streaming helped it because there was a sort of a being able to talk to people and hang out and stuff. I do think, it's important not to unload onto your viewers, they're not your therapist. And if, I think therapy is important. I think everybody should see a therapist. I think everybody should see a therapist. But, it's also one of those things too, where I try to stream when I am in a good place, because I know that if I'm in a good place, I want to be able to share that with the viewers. And so, it's like, I think Robbo said, a problem shared is a problem halved, 100%. Yeah, but then also, OzJB said there needs to be a balance, 100%. I agree. And if I'm having a difficult time, I will just be very frank and open about it, because I'll be like, today's been kind of a rough day, but I'm happy I'm here, and I'm happy
exactly
too.
So
that's how you frame it.
I just saw something, Lake Panzer. So you said you have an anxiety about hitting the live button. Can you explain why? Because I am the exact opposite. I can't fucking wait to hit that button. And I'm buzzing. Whenever it's a screen day, I'm at work, I'm like, fuck yeah! So at work, I'll do a cheeky Discord message, ping everyone, say, yep, we're doing this in a couple of hours, yada, yada, yada. And then come close, we'll be like, I'll do a tweet. Like, I've gotten into a routine now. Oh my god! And then, after that, it's click live. And then I've got to wait for the fucking timer to go down. I'm like, hurry up! But sometimes I don't. I'm just like, I just fucking change scene. I'm like, yo, let's go. Let's play this game. What are we doing? How are we all? Like, I just get so excited about talking to everyone and interacting. It's so much fun. So yeah, if freeze and fumble your words, I do that all the time. I'm always fucking fumbling my words. I am a fumble. Check me out.
So Jackie's comment is really, that anxiety, the anxiety of
being enjoyable,
being enjoyable to watch. That's something that I think like a lot of people deal with, myself included. The thing is
fuck's sake, for
there's a feeling of, the thing is like there's sometimes some feelings of imposter syndrome on Twitch. I've noticed where that sort of feeling is like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not. The content I'm doing isn't worthy. The beautiful thing about Twitch is that people are going to find you and people are going to enjoy your content.
Yeah, exactly.
This is such a wide platform. You don't have to appeal to everybody. You just have to appeal to the people who matter. It's impossible, right? And so, I also have what I call the shit fairy. So the shit fairy, I think of as
I found that so funny.
No, it's funny. It's meant to be funny. The shit fairy is a fairy that sits on your shoulder and whispers lies into your ear and tells you that you're not good enough, that people don't like you, that you're not worthy. And so it's important to recognize when that shit fairy is whispering in your ear. Not shit fairy, yes, shit fairy.
An entire boat full of people yelling at you on your shoulder?
Yeah.
The shit fairy!
Depends on if the shit fairy is having a family reunion. But, like, being able to recognize that as an external thing. The imposter syndrome is not ingrained into who you are. You can recognize the shit fairy as something on your shoulder. You can understand that the shit fairy is never going to permanently go away, but you can take a moment to literally pluck the shit fairy off your shoulder, flicker off into the corner, and say, "Not today. We're doing
this."
And so I literally, you know, this is a practice I learned. It's like a mantra, like a physical action where it's just like, and pluck off the shoulder, you know?
Yeah.
Like that to me is, you know, that's being able to recognize that imposter syndrome as an imposition, not as a state of being that is always there, you know?
Yeah, well, I get the light sometimes too. Like, that's just part of, like, everything I've been through in the past. It sometimes comes back up, and I just feel like I'm not good enough. Like, regardless of what kind of stream we've had. I just feel fucking trashed about everything, and I'm like, this isn't right. And I pull myself out of it pretty quickly. I'm like, this isn't right. Fuck off, fairy. Boop! And then it comes back, and I'm like, boop.
Right, exactly. Well, and the thing is, you know, the shit fairy also feeds on comparison. And that's something that, especially on Twitch, is really, that can be a deep hole that you can dig yourself into.
Yeah, I've stopped doing that. I just do not compare myself to anyone. You know what I mean?
It's hard. That's the best advice.
Because if you compare yourself to someone doing really well, and then you wonder if yourself, well, what are they going to do? Compare themselves to someone else, and you just get into a fucking big black hole, and you get lost, which is no good.
100%. Yeah, comparing yourself, that's one piece of advice I could give to anybody who is starting to stream, or even somebody who's been streaming for a while, is like, to realize that by comparing yourself to others, you are denying your own journey.
Yeah, exactly right.
And so, like, even people who, you know, might be similar sized channels to you, comparing viewership or comparing follower count, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because everybody's on their own journey and everybody is celebrating different things, and I think it's important that, you know, the shit fairy feeds on that, and the imposter syndrome feeds on that, because if you're focusing on other people's successes, and yes, Arkley, stop watching your numbers. 100%.
Sharing is more important than the content, Shadow Penguin. What do you mean? Like sharing what now?
Yes, Robbo. Every streamer is completely different.
Yeah.
Different experiences, 100%. Yeah.
So I say, like, I'm very, very energetic and erratic. Like, some people don't like that, and I get it. Like, it doesn't bother me at all.
And yes, Tofa, just be yourself. People want to see someone who's genuine.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fuck the numbers, little red numbers, little bullshit things. Fuck off, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like,
Not important. Not important. Not
yeah,
important.
it's all good advice. It is really hard to follow. Like, it is hard. No, we all get it. It's fucking hard. Don't have a shit
and
for
you know,
anything.
but what's interesting is that it ties into so many other things in our life.
Yeah.
You know, like that sort of the compare. You know, we're surrounded by images of quote unquote perfection that are spoon fed to us. You know, by media, by all these other things.
Sharing what you're doing rather than creating god level content. Exactly. But then in doing that, you are creating god level content, aren't you? So if you're just sharing stuff like that, it does become the better content than people being cracked because they're like, I don't know how it all works, like, but yeah. But just sharing for the fact that people come in and say hi, and you eventually grow and you eventually do stuff, like, it's just different, you know? Really energetic in really different ways. Both crazy, you're all fantastic anyways. Yeah, like, that's what I mean, like, we're all different, and it's fucking fantastic, which just gives so much room for being like, yo, let's go. Millions of people that don't stream at all, so your stream is doing just fine.
Yeah, it's true. You know?
Like, and there's also a lot of people that stream to no one. At all. Like, a lot. Yeah. And that's the harsh truth, is like, starting on here is really difficult.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest mistake I made. I didn't have any socials, so I just started on here, and I was like, fuck, it's a bit rough.
Right. I mean, I know, you know, for myself, it took me about 7 months or so before I even hit affiliate after streaming.
I think
because I was just
playing,
playing games to like four people. Yeah. And it was just, you know, we were just having fun. You know, I think for me too, I also wasn't, you know, reaching out to other streamers or talking with them and, you know, connecting with other people. I was just kind of just dooting around in my own little corner of
exactly.
hell. So, you know, that's something too, is, you know, I've had some people reach out to me and ask, is like, you know, and it's so weird because I don't consider, like, I'm a small streamer. Like,
same. I think the same.
Yeah, and so, like, for me, you know, people would reach out and be like, hey, you know, like, any advice, any things like that, and it's just like, I don't know. Like, I'm just here to have fun. Here to have fun and scream and shit, you know?
I'm getting shit. Someone's giving me shit about me small desk. I'm just a giant. I'm a giant with very little legs. I've got very tiny waist syndrome. Yeah, I'm standing up right now. I'm just, I go like this. My body's like this. Like, and that's about it. Fucking crazy, bro. You should see the size of my legs. They're about 2 centimeters long. Big old feet like this. Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
J-Dub has a good question. Thinking about taking the leap and streaming your art. Any advice?
I got 2 words. Do it. That's a perfect advice.
First advice, just do it.
Yeah, just do it, man. And vibe with it and roll with it. Yeah, like I scare ugly with every time. Just do it! Make your dreams come true! And then you go this. And you're all ready to go. It's fucking brilliant, you know?
Yeah, I think just doing it, you know? I think it's also something else, too, is, like Arkley had said before, don't worry about the numbers. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I think, too, is... when you begin streaming, make sure that you have an idea of what you want your viewers to get out of it.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, Bob just said he's like, you want small streamers, you are both top 1% and 1%. I mean, that's pretty cool when you think about that, isn't it?
I mean, it is kind of cool.
That is pretty cool.
But you know, like being able to think about what you're providing to your viewers, at least to start with, and that can always change. You know, but you know, some streamers are just there to play games, and people are sort of there along for the ride.
Yeah.
You know, ask yourself what you want to give your viewers, what experience you want to take them on. You know what journey? Do what you want.
You know what journey I've really enjoyed embarking on is because I've never played this game before, and I've actually got it packaged. I'm going to show it off. I've never played Kingdom Hearts before. So we're going on a nostalgic journey, and people that haven't seen it, like, this looks fucking amazing. Then other people are like, oh my god, like, are you playing this? So it's like nostalgic journeys like that are really fucking special. Like Ocarina of Time, for example, that was so much fun. I think so.
Something else too. Yeah, Bravo, same. I still don't know what I'm doing. A lot of this is a lot of help from people in the community figuring out how to do tech stuff. You know, I think it's important to have your sense of self with what you're doing, like the content you want to do, but also like listen to your viewers. You know, like sometimes for instance, Madam Clucky, that just started as me having a deck of tarot cards and being like, hey, what if? And then Calamari Studios did a drawing of Madam Clucky, and I was so touched that somebody was like, I like this so much, I'm going to create this drawing of this fictional character that I literally invented a minute ago. And so, you know, it was one of those things where it's like, the thing sort of grew from there, and Madam Clucky is one of my favorite things. I absolutely love it. And it all started because it was something that I had sort of brought forward to the table. But there was also like this sort of like pull from the viewers where it's like, Madam Clucky, we love Madam Clucky.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, cool, well, great, we'll do it, you know?
It was like, fuck, what did I got no idea how it started happening, because I do not sing. I don't know how the fuck it started. The raid freestyles. I have no idea how that started. I still don't know. And it just began, and I was like, oh fuck. And then Cookie was like, that was so cool. I was like, was it though? I fumbled my words.
Pengu.
I fumbled my words, and I'm like, and then I'm like, reset. Let's go again. And it's like, it's so cool, but it's like, and so I do understand when people get rated into that, they're like, yo, cross, that's fucked. But a lot of people love it. So like the majority, I really don't mind. Oh, we got rated in the middle of sing mode. Is that what happened?
Oh, okay. See, that's how. Okay.
That makes sense.
I just have to share. This is you know, just in my theater background, this is what we call a gift from the clown gods. Is when like serendipity happens and moments happen that just make sense.
Yeah.
Like for instance, getting rated in the middle of a sing mode creates something new. You know, like that's the kind of stuff that it's good to have your eyes open and your ears to the ground for, because it's so interesting when those moments happen, and if you're open and receptive to what your community enjoys, that's a really important thing.
Dude, this is exactly why I wanted to do this, Robbo. Like, everyone feeling comfortable to share their stories and like getting emotional. That's exactly why I want to do this every week. Like every week when I talk to 2 people. This is fucking great. Like everyone doesn't think they need to hear it until they hear it, and when they start talking, they're like, whoa, fucking fan me down, bros. This is starting to get deep, and then it's just fantastic. Like, it's really good. Like, I love it. And just getting, like, I had someone come in last time when we didn't know what we were doing. I just had Thrilray in the Discord, had the old overlay up, talking away, and then someone said, you know what? I feel good about today's stream. It's like, I really needed this. I was like,
There you
okay,
go.
fucking cool. I was like, right. And, yeah, Super Cubby, he's a fucking legend. And I was like, what? I didn't think anyone, like, he's a really positive, outgoing dude. I didn't think he needed that, but yeah, it was fucking cool. And I was like, you know what? Let's do this every week. And that's where it came from. Yeah, Jackie said she teared up. Robbo said she teared up. Get wrecked, Robbo. Fucking man bear. She man bear. How are we slapped up, dude?
Oh my gosh. You know, I think it's, you know, that's that listening to those moments, the moments when something exciting happens, something fun happens. That's just so cool.
I guess it really goes to show we're all human, right?
Yeah.
And I remember Lufty. I hope he's hearing this because he was so paranoid about the whole partner thing, and I know everyone's saying push, but I'm not fussed. Like I don't mind one way or the other if I get it or not. But he's like, you're gonna get stressed out if you want to talk to someone like, and I'm like, I'll be fine, dude. He's like, fuck off. He's like, why are you so chilled, calm, and collected? I'm like, well, I'm just not really fussed, man. I'm just here to have fun, and we'll just all vibe together. It's so good. Yeah, his pronoun is sexy Robbo the bear.
Sexy Robbo the bear.
Ooh, yeah. But yeah, it's just like not letting it get you. It'll happen eventually.
Yes.
And that's what I'm just thinking. That's all I think. So I'm not really too fussed.
And that's why, you know, this is why this community that sort of you and I have fallen into in a most beautiful way is so, to me, unique on Twitch, because Twitch is, you know, is marketed as sort of a way to monetize your time, monetize your energy and stuff like that. But it sort of plays into that same old capitalist thing that we talked about before about money and all that stuff, you know? Is that, what does it mean to just do the thing because you love doing it?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and I think it's what it does is it takes the power away from this idea of competition, of money, of this sort of competitive world where everybody's scrambling over scraps.
Yeah,
it
doesn't make any sense.
It's not that. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, and it's not why I'm here, and it's, you know, not why a lot of people in this community are here. We're here to have community. We're here to enjoy each other.
Yeah,
and fuck the money.
Yeah, exactly. Neb's right. Like, if you really love doing something, generally you'll just get pushed in that direction.
100%.
Start crocheting! Let's fucking go!
Yes. Okay, Wicked, I would love to, because I want to learn how to crochet.
Look,
I have so much yarn. Same, Robbo. Oh my gosh, the friendships I've made on Twitch,
they're so good.
It's just incredible. Like, I feel closer to people on Twitch than friends I've had for years, and it's because of the nature of the thing. You know, it's just the nature of this interactive thing.
You know why? Because like you're in someone's stream, you're collectively talking to them doing their thing. And when they come into your stream, they're seeing you do your thing, and you just go, "Whoa, we're fucking connected!" And you keep bouncing back and forth, and it's so good. And you just so much yarn. Wait, what? No, sorry, I just read that while I was talking. Fucking, I was like, wait, what? But yeah, it's fantastic. Like, I remember, so how I met Magus. Have you heard this story, Eric?
I don't know if I have. So, also, Jax, it's totally fine. No, I'm happy to meet you, Brad.
So I met Wicked, I met, whoa, fucking hell, Brain, see what I mean? I collapse over my own face all the time. So I was in Wicked No-No stream, and Magus was in there. So I just recently met Wicked No-No at the time. And then we just decided to drop a level 5 hype train on her on our own. And then she did five subs, your move, and I was like, 10. I raise you. And that's how I met her. And then we just did it, and I was like, what are we doing? She's like, oh my god, this is awesome, I can't wait. Do you stream? And I was like, yeah. And then I remember Wicked No-No raided me when I was playing Terraria. And that's how I met, like, Magus and Alyssa, I think it was. And we're all, it was fucking hilarious. And I think, yeah, it was just unreal. It was so cool. I was got raided by Wicked No-No. It was so fucking sweet.
So the first streamer in this community to reach out to me was Squishy Trev. So I don't know if people know, Squishy Trev just recently made partner, and I'm so happy for him. But
that's so great,
he and right? I know, he and I met each other when we both first became affiliate. Or it's so like we like I have a little first next to my name on his channel. He has one for mine as well.
Yes.
And and he had this sort of monumental growth, and it was so wonderful. But he also introduced me to so many people, including Meggers, including Mel. And through Meggers, I met Dark, I met you, Pingu, I met Chiba. And it's just like you said, that sort of web, that network of people. And Squish is the one who really sort of introduced me to the idea of community on Twitch, and it was just groundbreaking. So I cannot, like, I will always be forever indebted to him because of his, he and I were both like, maybe we both had like 100 followers or something like that, and he popped into my stream, and since then it's just been like, you know, a year and a half of just beauty. So I just have to say that the ways that people know each other is just so interesting when you sort of like think about like a mental map, like a conspiracy theorist in like a dark room, like putting yarn on tacks and like figuring out the connections.
Yeah, it's like, here we go, yes, quiet. So I mean, someone doing stuff in a year, as opposed to like everyone's year could be like very different, but at the same time, if that person thinks they're not doing enough, this person could hang on, you can't see what my hands are doing. So this person here could be having more fun than this person because they're comparing themselves to those people. But this person's having a lot of fun doing what they're doing and fucking loving every second of it. So therefore, who's winning? You can reverse the roles, right? And that person's actually winning.
Right. Well, have you ever seen the movie or read the book The Count of Monte Cristo?
No, I haven't.
So the whole premise of the plot centers around two friends. One guy is like the son of a duke or something, and he's super rich. His other friend is poor as hell, works on a ship, and is like super just content with his life. The one who is rich is perpetually jealous of the happiness his poor friend has. And I think it's that, like, that to me is like, be Edmond Dantes if you can. You know? Be carefree.
Yeah, be carefree, exactly right.
Be carefree, be happy, enjoy the time that you have, and, you know...
Catch you later, Shadow Penguin. Thank you so much for hanging out, dude. I appreciate that. And thank you for the kind words, too. This is fucking great. This is really cool. That's what I mean. This is the kind of topic you could sit and talk and talk and talk.
Forever.
I fucking love it. You can keep it going. Like, that's what I mean. It's literally a subject that'll never die. And 100%. So, for example, Philbo's been here for 14 months. Like, he's one of the first people that come through and followed when I just started, and I didn't know what I was, like, I still don't know what I'm doing. But back then, I was the worst. I was just going through so much shit, I couldn't really balance anything. So it's, crazy. And Vengeful Sloth too, he's been here for a long time. Like, there's a lot of people, and I'm appreciative, like, I can't believe these are all still here. Like, it's crazy. There's a cat trying to get in. If you want to ask another question to someone, I'm just going to go let this little rat bag in. I might go grab a drink, but I'll be back in 2 seconds if you can chat. Too many cats, let's go. The OG squad. Yeah, Marshall's new. Fucking that purple penguin don't mean nothing, you big old slimy side-eye. Now, Marshall and I got this thing, like, he'd sit there and do this. And I was like, I see you there. And he's like, you like that, do you? I was like, yeah, this little side-eye. I fucking loved it. And it's been a thing ever since.
Oh my god, I love that. Too many cats on the dance floor. Jesus Christ.
we could put it on Spotify, dude. We could clip it and... I don't know how to do that stuff. This cat is going mental. All right, I'll be back soon. If he's got a question for Eric, let him know, and I'll be back very shortly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Bilbo has a good question here. Do you hope in a post-COVID world getting the opportunity to meet folk internationally, internet friends? Yes. So, I am actually planning on going to TwitchCon in San Diego in October. Actually, I'm in the talks with Lufty about organizing a communal living situation for when we go there, like renting a house or something. So I'm excited for TwitchCon. I am going to be there. So if you're going to TwitchCon in San Diego in October, hit me up. It's going to be a blast. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Toggle2. Yeah. So this background is all just the wall of horror. It's just things that scare me in general. I'm generally not somebody I don't like horror a lot of times, so I surround myself with horror because it's kind of a little bit of an oddball in a weird situation. Where would I like to go for dinner? Argley. A nice seafood restaurant. Give me seafood any day, except for oysters. Don't like oysters. Everything else is fair game. Thrill Ray, you should absolutely go. And thank you, Neb. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to go to TwitchCon. It's gonna be a lovely time. Yes, Jackie. So I know Chiba is going to be. Oh, Callie's going to be there as well. Callie, send me a message on Discord. I want to get you in the loop about something, Callie. Yes, Jackie, it'd be so much fun to see you.
What? No.
Hey, Marshall, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We're talking about TwitchCon. I don't know if you could hear that.
All right, I'm back. Ivy, how you
Hey.
doing, my friend?
Oh my God,
And Brooke's here
Bravo,
too.
Bali is. So, fun fact about me: in grad school, I lived in Bali for a month. I actually studied Balinese mask carving and Balinese dance. And Bali is one of my favorite places in the world. So I would
Cheers,
love
everyone.
To go to
I
Bali
had to go
again.
get one of these lovely little
Ooh.
cheekies. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That beer looks fucking massive on that desk, doesn't it? Look at that. Hope it doesn't go straight to my tiny. Hope it doesn't go straight to my tiny legs.
I love seafood. I see all the food and eat it. Nasi goreng, nasi campur. Yeah, 100%. Give me.
So-
Yeah, so I studied topeng. A little
Oh,
bit.
hang, let's go.
Topeng keras. It's a little bit hard to do because of the chair I'm in. But
Yeah, I know,
you know.
this desk is in my way. I can't fucking do anything. But so Micro Ninja asked, "What's your favorite? Is that your favorite activity to do off stream?"
My favorite activity to do off stream.
So I don't know if anyone knows this, but I used to do mixed martial arts, and I used to fight, and I used to fucking love it. So, shameless pug, a little pug that shat, and you're like, boo, shame on you.
Oh my
But
gosh,
my
shameless pug.
record was actually 18-0. I nearly got beaten once, and I got head kicked so hard I couldn't see anything. I saw a figure, and I was like, that has to be him, and just went boff, and I ended up winning.
Oh
I ended
my
up winning.
gosh.
That was the closest I ever came to losing. It was so much
Nice.
fun though. But just like for me to be in there, and I see it as a chess match. I see it as a fucking chess match. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck yeah. Definitely fits me. Wait, what?
Off stream, so I am a huge tabletop role-playing fan. Like, absolutely huge. So like Dungeons and Dragons, Call of Cthulhu, any sort of tabletop role-playing game I can get my hands on, I want to do it. I actually would love to host and be a game master for a Call
that
of
could be
Cthulhu collab stream. I think it'd be so much fun. But that's a lot of my time. I actually am also in the process of starting a business called Appetite for Adventure, where it's basically like DM for hire, but also with a catered dinner that is thematically tied to the story of the game. So,
I just realized. Sorry, like Toggle was like, "Oh, those what the trophies are for." I was like, "No, that's for winning Rocket League tournaments." Like I'm a fucking nerd now. We don't play anymore.
oh my god, Callie, we should play D&D 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, so I'm board game nut. Any type of game, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then of course like theater, performing and stuff like that. I'm usually in rehearsals. I don't have a lot of free time, but I have some.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like because a lot of people see MMA as like a big booze, like it's so brutal. But like I see it as like it's such a good expression. Just be like, look, we're competing right now. I want to be better than you, and I'm going to fucking win by any means necessary. And it's just so good. So when I used to fight, so people used to like, I was really evasive and really countering. So I used to aim for the calf muscle. And once that was damaged, they couldn't move. And that was my little gimmick. And it was very rare back then for someone to be like, their ankle. They're like, what the fuck? Then I just end up winning. And no one did it. And I was like, I fucking loved it. But yeah, I fucking love that shit. Not the calves, not the baby cows.
Oh, my dear Pingo, I hate to do this, but it is now midnight.
That is okay.
It's
Well,
midnight for me
if
here.
Callie's keen, we can get the next person in and start it all
Yes.
again.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, all of you. Thank you so much. Really
Again-
quickly too, if anybody wants to join, this Saturday, I'm doing a 12-hour stream.
Yes.
Please come and hang out. It's going to be stupid. It's going to be fun. You'll have a chance to meet Madam Clucky if you haven't already. But
Yes.
Pingu, I love you so much, dear friend. Thank you for having me
Hey,
on.
no worries. Thank you so much for this. Everyone, go and follow this man, and please jump in and say hi. This is also what I love about it. Like, I get to give people more exposure, and we can grow even more. So it's fucking great,
love
man. You're a legendary. Thank you so much, man.
You're wonderful. Yes, take care, and thank you, chat, for all those awesome questions.
Let's go. All right, catch you, bud.
See you later.
See ya. How on earth are we, Eloise? And everyone. But yeah, how was that, everyone? Did you get something out of that? That was pretty cool, eh?